Major, 2, 3, 4,
major,
5,
major,
6,
minor,
7,
minor,
diminished,
oh, 7,
diminished. 3 half steps, 3 half steps, diminished. All right? And the seventh also have an inherent quality. 1, right, C major 7, major 7. 2, minor 7. It's a minor chord with a minor 7th at the top. 3,
minor 7th,
minor 7 chord, minor chord, minor 7th at the top. 4, major 7th, just like 1. 1 and 4, major 7ths. Major chords with a major 7th at the top. 5,
minor, oh no,
dominant 7. What you want to say is dominant 7. It's a major chord with a minor 7. How many of these are there in the diatonic scale? 1. This is the only one. 6,
minor,
minor 7, 7,
minor, no,
diminished. What kind of diminished? Half diminished. And why? Because minor 3rd, major 3rd. F to A is a major 3rd. So in order to make it fully diminished, you have to flat that note. So if, let's just say we were in the key of C, now we're in the key of G. Everything's the same. 1 is what?
major,
Major 7, right? 2,
minor,
minor 7. 3,
minor 7,
minor 7. 4, major
Major.
7. 5,
major,
dominant 7. I need you to say dominant 7. 6, right. 7, half diminished. Right. So what are the 2 major 7s? 1 and 4. 1 and 4. What are the 3 minor 7s?
2, 3, 6.
2, 3, 6. And he wasn't even here last week. And what is the 1 half diminished? 7. Correct. Correct. So, if we look at, that's on page 60, what Will was drawing our attention to. We talked a little bit about harmonic analysis. What did I tell you about harmonic analysis? I gave you a trick. That's right. Right. So if you look at exercise number 64, it says F major 7, D minor 7, C7. And that C7 is a good guidepost because how many of them are there in a key? 1. And it's always what number? 5. So if I see C7 on number 1 here, that tells me that that's 5, so what's going to be 1? If C is 5, what is 1?
Oh, I'm sorry. That one would be
F. Right. So we're in the key of F. So the chords are F major 7, which is perfect for the 1. D minor 7, which is perfect for the 6. And C7, which is perfect for the 5. It's a little puzzle that you have to solve. If we look down at number 4, let's just say, we have a dominant 7th there that can kind of be a guidepost. A flat 7. If that's a dominant chord, we know it's probably what? Go ahead, say it. 5. The dominant chord is always what? 5. If A flat were 5, what would be 1? Almost. A flat is 5.
Oh, A flat. Okay. Or D flat.
D flat, correct. That works out perfectly. If I have an A flat chord, that's 5, B flat minor, that's 2 and 1. Look at number 5. How do I know that it's not in the key of F? Number 5, how do I know that it's not in the key of F?
Because F is the fourth chord.
In the key of F, would it be F major 7? Yes, it would be. Because F would be 1, and 1 is a major 7. But how do I know it's not in the key of F? If it were in the key of F, what would be 5?
5, forget, C would be your
C would be
5,
5,
7, 5, 7
and it would be a
chord.
dominant 7 chord. But here it says that C is a major 7 chord.
Right, so C would be 5, 7, so that means that it cannot be in.
It cannot be in the key of F.
Right.
Right? It can be in the key of C. Because if I'm in the key of C, what's 1?
C.
C, and what's its quality? Major
Major.
7. What would be 4?
F.
What's its quality?
Perfect.
Major 7. So that means I can be in the key of C. But then I have 1, right? That's a famous song. You know what it is?
There's an expert in song recognition. What's the name of that one?
I played a wrong note, so you might not get it. Let's do one more. Let's look at number 7. Number 7. All right. Someone do harmonic analysis, since that's our chapter. Someone do harmonic analysis on number 7.
Okay, number 7. So A is your 5, 7. So that means
Look
that
at
would be.
him. Look at him go.
Yeah.
Yes.
So A is your 5, 7. So that means A is your number 5.
That's
so
right.
That means that would be a D. So that means it would be in the key of D.
In the key of D. If we're in the key of D,
Yeah.
what would E minor 7 be?
E minor 7, D, E. So E minor 7, E minor 7 would be your 2.
Correct. And is that a correct quality for a 2 chord? Yes, it
Yes.
is. And what would F sharp minor 7 be?
E, F sharp minor would be your so F sharp minor would be your 3rd.
3. Is
3.
that a correct quality for 3?
That is
It's perfect.
correct.
It's absolutely perfect. So we have 2, 3, 1. Oh, it sounds a little bit jazzy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right? So this is pretty savvy stuff. Like I told you last week, I'm not going to give you any kind of exam on this material, but I also know that you would want to know what it's about. Let's see, John. I see John is looking at his watch, so he must be very, very anxious to get at the pianos. When we get there, we're going to be talking about blues forms, which we know a lot about, don't we?
Yes.
We know a lot about blues forms. Let me show you something that we may play around with a little bit. When we look at the form of blues, we have the 1 chord for how many times?
4 times.
But sometimes, in some versions of the blues, of those 4 bars, bar 2 goes to the 4 chord for 1 bar. Sometimes it does that. So sometimes it will do this. Ain't nothing but a hound dog crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog crying all the time. You ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. Standard. But sometimes it does this. Before you accuse me, take a look at yourself. See what happened? I went to the 4 chord for how long? 1 bar. So I went 1, 4, 1. Just threw that in just a little bit, right? Let me show you something else. Sometimes other chords can come into play. Are you guys up for this? Okay, I'll make you a little chart for next week. Sometimes other chords can come into play. Listen to this. We've all heard that, haven't we? So I can play the blues in C, 1, 4 chord, 1, 4, 1, 6, 2, 5, 1, 6, 2, 5, 1. Did you hear that? 1, 6, 2, 5. So, what is the quality of 6? Minor. What's the quality of 2? Minor. So let's just look at 1 chord in the key of C. What's 2 going to be? D. Right. And what is 6 going to be? Minor. A minor, A, C, E. And then the 5 chord. So watch how easily I can play that. 1, 6, 2, 5. 1, 6, 2, 5. Missed the 5 2 times in a row. Right? So listen to where it falls. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. The 4 chord. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Back to 1. All right. So say the chords for me.